Hi guys, welcome back.
Welcome back.
I'm Cyndi.
And I'm Paige.
And this
is Mom's the Word.
where Mom knows best.
Or at least she is trying her best.
She sure is.
She sure is.
How are we doing today?
Tired, man. so tired. All the time. We've had a lot of heavy episodes.
We really have.
Boom, boom, back to back.
Yeah, we've shared a lot.
Oh my gosh, like we've had a lot of sharing and
A lot of sharing.
feelings, sharing our feelings.
And it's kind of freeing, right? Like I feel really comfortable.
Yes.
And it's been really natural. I really loved that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, everything.
But it's been pretty heavy.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it was forced, which
No.
is what's nice about it, is that it does feel like it just kind of came naturally out in conversation, or like that day, especially the day that I decided like, okay, let's
Yes.
talk about Boston. Because that was very spur of the moment. Like I had kind of teetered on, let me talk about it. Maybe I'm ready to, maybe I'm not. But that day I was very confident.
Yeah,
And
you were set. Like even when I got to your house, you're like, I'm going to talk about this.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you sure?
Yeah. And
Because I want to protect you and like.
yeah, I get that. I totally get it. But I think that I've realized that I am not doing this for the people that dislike me.
Right.
Not even a little bit.
Nope.
I'm doing it for the people that are looking for inspiration, the people that follow me because I give them light or hope. And I think that sharing every little detail like I have been, I mean, hell, I have more to share.
I know.
You know,
We are at the beginning here.
yeah, we're just the tip of the iceberg, friends. But,
Yes.
like I feel like sharing also gives them an insight to who I am.
Yeah.
And gives people hope that maybe they're in a position they thought I've never faced or been in.
Oh, yeah. And I think it helps people not to feel so alone because once you post it, you're like, dang, look at all these moms who relate to this.
Yeah,
all these
yeah.
people, these young girls who
Huge
relate to this.
community.
Like, it's crazy to think like, oh, I wasn't going through that alone. I actually shared it and all of these moms relate to it. Or they have advice that I needed too to hear as well. So
Yeah.
it's been really good.
Yeah.
Pretty heavy. Today's not going to be as heavy.
No, today we're gonna have some fun. We're just gonna keep it light,
Yes, we
and
are.
we're just gonna have some fun as our pajamas. I don't know if you've noticed this, but our pajamas
We
are
have fun pajamas on today.
rocking today. We got some bright colors in here,
Don't you guys love them?
bringing the vibe. I love yours so much.
I love yours.
I love them
The
so much.
watercolor, the space color.
Yeah, we have match. Just so you know, these are matching with our kids.
Yes.
We have matching ones for the baby.
Yes. All three of my kids have
So
those matching jammies.
cute.
All the first have
So
that one.
cute, and they're that really good like bamboo style material. Those, I'm not gonna lie, I'm partial to those. I know that some people are weird about them. They're like,
No.
oh, those are so expensive. They are worth every freaking penny.
I was literally one of those people.
I know you were.
I was one
remember
of those people
the
that I
video.
was like, I don't need this,
Yeah.
right? Like I have all these jammies. And then Paige handed me down some jammies because she's so great. And I have loved them.
They're so
First of all, I
good.
feel like my babies don't sweat in them.
They
and
don't.
Fox had a problem. He would be hot at night.
Yeah.
But I also wanted him to be warm enough. And those jammies are legit.
They're so comfy.
And now
I
I don't
love
wanna
them
go back.
even. As soon as I got some for them, I was like, wait a second, Googling if there was adult versions.
Oh, my God.
You know? And then there was,
Yes.
of course. And then I bought Skims.
I've never been there. yet.
I had a real Skims obsession for a second. And,
But you're over it?
a little bit.
Oh.
Only slightly. They've recently released a men's line, which I'm
Oh.
kind of into. I feel like maybe those underwear would be hot on Mark. And so I'm thinking maybe I might get him some
Yeah,
Skims
give it a try.
undies for Christmas, something
She's
like
the
that.
pajama, like,
Oh, I live in 'em.
professional.
Living in
And don't get me wrong, I have a lot of pajamas too, but Paige knows a good pair of pajamas.
undies.
She gifts some. Her babies are
Yup.
always so cute in them. There's always a theme. So if she's
Always.
saying it's good, it's got to be good.
Always. You know what else I'm intrigued of about the Skims? Have you seen the
What?
nipple bra?
I did see the nipple bra.
Would you wear that?
My nipples are already hot and ready.
Or cold and crispy?
Yeah. I didn't know that was like a trend thing. And then I seen a girl like talk about it and I was like, oh,
I feel like I'm
That's
so
interesting.
insecure. I think it depends on your demographic of where you live too.
this is true.
Because I feel like in LA or New York,
That's so
it's
true.
so the vibe.
I can't walk around my city
In
like
Texas, oh my gosh, my mother-in-law would be like, honey, do you need a jacket?
It's funny that it's a thing now because I remember I'm very like just easygoing on my account, right? So I'll hop up on my videos in a muumuu, and sometimes you can see my nips, and it's okay. It's not a big deal, right?
We have nipples.
But back in the day, people would be like, "Oh my god, I can see
Yeah.
her nipples," and now they're like, "Look at these nipples."
So supportive. Free the nip. I'm all for it. Because
But mine hang a little lower now, so I don't know about that. I done breastfed a baby.
boobs hang low, do they wobble
They
to and
do.
fro?
You're currently breastfeeding.
Hey,
so-
listen, they're deflating quickly. Like that man, that squiggly man
true, it's
outside
true.
of the car dealership.
You
know
wake
what I'm
up in
talking
the
about?
morning, One's over here.
Earlier, we tried to do a dance trend, and I bent over, and my boobs come out of my bra completely. So
y'all know the
get
deal.
it. If you get it, they just all of a sudden something happens to the skin. It's quite sad, honestly.
Yeah,
I miss my old boobs.
Same. We get it. Like we talked about the rejuvenation for men.
Yeah, we absolutely do.
I understand it.
I don't think I want to go through any more cosmetic surgeries, but I might get my boobs done. I did. A lot of people have asked about my BBL.
Yeah.
I don't regret it. I don't want to say that I regret it, but sometimes I'm like, damn girl, damn Gina, that booty big. You need to chill out. Because my hips moved after having Juliet too. And so I feel like I'm wide in the back like a fucking forklift.
She's perfect, y'all.
It's a huge booty back there. So yeah, that
she wanted a big booty though. And now, girl,
you know, be careful what you wish for.
But I'm all for whatever makes you feel confident.
Me too. I don't care. Some people are really weird about cosmetic surgery and they're like, that's not body positivity. And to me, my version of body positivity, because I do believe that everybody takes in situations in their own perception, right? Mine is that you should love the skin that you're in and do whatever you want to your body that makes you happy. Yeah. If getting your boobs done makes you happy and you are not depressed anymore because you love your boobs every time you look in the mirror, get your boobs done.
Absolutely. Or if you love your after baby bod, more power to you.
Oh my God, yes, because that is hard. And no lie, it is hard. And everybody tells you to be positive and to love it. And you're a tiger that earned your stripes. Yes. And that is true.
So true.
It is very true.
You earned it.
But do we really? We only say that to our friends. Let's be so for real. Yeah. I look in the mirror and I'm like, damn, I wish that I was as, tight and as right as I was 3 years ago. And I'll compare old pictures and I'll do all the things, and that just sucks.
Yeah, and a lot of people will mourn their old body, and I feel like that's totally normal. Like going through that postpartum, mourning your body, it's never going to be the same.
Never.
And you see another mom who does look great, but she's also insecure. Back. But you know what I mean? So it's just one of those things. It's one of those things that
absolutely
our bodies are so like, we're biased on our own bodies, so it just makes it really
be kind to yourself.
Yeah. But anyways, back to those bras. I probably won't be buying one.
The Skims bra. I'm gonna stick to my Mind bra. Yeah. I'm good in that
one.
The
Mind bra.
The Mind bra is
so
nice. No BS.
No BS.
No lie.
No.
I will live in that freaking bra. I will live in that motherfucker.
Yes.
It is so comfortable. It is so stretchy, and it's still that lacy part just makes me feel sophisticated.
And whenever you get a little cleavage too.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
And there's the one that's like a little bit thinner. You can kind of see the nip a little bit. And whenever my bra and underwear match, I could take on the world. I'm telling you right now, I'm powerful. From underneath, it's like having on a Superman shirt underneath your stuff. That's what I feel like.
I love it. I'm the opposite. I'm like, is this clean and this is clean?
Our skincare routines, we giggle about this all the time. Our self-care routines are so completely
like, we're the same,
different.
But when it comes to that, completely different.
Completely. And I think that people, I talked about it on the pod, and I released a video a couple weeks ago about how I used to be a dancer.
Right.
And kind of went a little bit more into detail about that.
Right.
And somebody said on there, they were like, I understand your self-care routine so much more now.
Why?
Because that's really where it started. Because for me, that hot shower, the body scrub, the hot towel. I used to not have a towel warmer. I used to just tell my best friend to put it in the dryer.
That towel warmer.
And she would.
Legit.
It's so legit. And she would bring it to me from the dryer because I like a warm towel. That's who I am. But it was my way of like feeling like, okay,
I get it.
I've reset. And so now it's my peace moment. It's my thing. And that's how I reset and refresh. So I feel like for everybody, it's something different. Like I know your reset is completely like, people will ask me, what do you do for self-care? How do you make yourself feel better? And I'll be like, oh, a good shower, brushing my teeth. And some people will be like, oh, cool, because that's not their thing, because everybody has something different.
Not mine.
Cindy's like a quiet room.
Yeah.
What would you do? Because, I'm going to take a shower, turn on a Hallmark movie, my undies, my pajamas are matching, I might pull out a book.
If I'm being honest with you, I have a really hard time with telling you like what I do for self-care. But I really do. I'm the worst at it, you guys. I have a lot of kids. I've always had a lot of kids, and I'm the worst at it. So like, I do take a nice shower, obviously, a full body shower, but it's not like yours. Definitely like just simple. I don't enjoy watching TV that much. Like, so really it's a quiet room and a nap. Like if you're going to call me middle of the day, I'm going to be asleep.
Yeah,
when
that's
people
true.
say, do you take a nap every day? I take a nap every day. And it's not that I'm like, you know, lazy and want to lay around. It's that I feel like I mentally need that break.
A little reset.
Yeah, because I'm home with my kids all day and I homeschool. So that's a 7-year-old who's wild all day and I'm teaching him. I have 2 babies who are attached to me. And this has been this way for the last 7 years. And so for me to unwind, I need a moment. I got to go. I need to go take a nap usually. And then other than that, like for me, I like to go to stores by myself usually. Like
Yeah.
I'll just go walk Walmart.
Right. Go grocery shopping.
Yeah, by myself.
Yeah.
I also like to go on dates with my husband a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all do a lot of date nights.
But self-care though, like I'll get massages. I'm a massage girl.
Well, Mark's a massage man. We haven't had a
No, my
massage
husband
in a
is-
while.
My husband will do it, but it's like 10 minutes. I want like 2 hours.
Yeah. I'm
So-
like, there's no, the limit does not exist.
Yes, but I really could be better at self-care. I really could.
I think we all could
I agree.
at the end of the
Even
day.
you could.
I don't know. I don't know. You know, I
She enjoys her.
prioritize
She
my
does.
self care right now.
Yeah.
I am. I think because you
Yeah.
know, and I did also share that I was kind of feeling a little darker
Yeah.
in the last months. I'm feeling a lot better.
Yeah.
For anybody that's wondering, I feel like
You can
you
tell.
can tell.
Yeah, you
like
can tell.
just me in general. Like sitting here today, I don't feel as heavy as I did the last few
Yeah.
recordings.
Yeah, you
like the
can tell.
last couple of recordings, and I don't know if it was just like the topics that we were on, just because they
Oh,
are
yeah.
heavy and they're very hard.
We were
or,
talking about you.
yeah, that's hard to do. It's hard to be that vulnerable, but like you have to have courage to like
Oh, for sure.
be disliked by people in order to share to the person that needs to hear it. Because there's going to be people that judge me no matter what, you know?
no matter what.
And it's scary to be like, you know, this is what my life was like. 10 years ago, it wasn't like this. And it's scary to be that vulnerable and to share those pieces because nobody knows that about me except for
Right.
my closest friends.
Right.
You know, I could go on my entire life and just let people believe that I have this great life and this
Right.
big house and all these things.
Yeah.
And, you know, but that's not realistic.
No.
It's just not real. And it wouldn't be fair to people, or it just would make people think like, how do I get there? Or she was just
Oh, yeah.
handed that? Or,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I
There's
don't
so
even
many
know how I'm trying to
layers
word
to
it.
you. And that on the surface, people see, you know, this where you are now,
Right.
Which is
Astronomically different.
so different. You've literally lived so many different lives.
Oh, I feel like I'm a completely different human
Right,
than I was
right.
even 10 years ago. And I don't know that girl. We were talking about this earlier about changing our minds for everything. Everything. We are very teachable. Like
Yes.
I may say something today
Yes.
and disagree with it tomorrow.
Agree.
Because I could be educated at any and every time, as
Yeah.
well as I might just change my mind.
Yeah. And what you just said, being so teachable, I'm so teachable. Like if I say something the wrong way and somebody's like corrects me, I'm like, yeah, you're right. Like
Yeah.
there's no pride in me that's like, no, I'm right. Like
Right.
I will change my mind, especially with my kids. I will go with one thing and then the next minute I'm like, you know what, that's not going to work. Or someone teaches me something. I agree. You got to be teachable.
You really do.
Yeah.
That's the difference in somebody that I feel like inspires me
Yes.
versus somebody that can really upset me.
Yes.
It's people who double down whenever they've upset someone and they
Yes.
just cannot hear it from a different perspective.
I agree.
So yeah.
Yeah,
All
for
right.
sure.
Well, now we're getting heavy again. Let's
No,
not.
we're not getting
we're
heavy.
not getting heavy. Daggone it. We're feeling good.
We are
We're
feeling
feeling
good.
the vibes.
So we actually did a Q&A, and one of
our
the big
Instagram.
questions is about that I got like a couple times is where do we get our pajamas that we wear
Oh, yeah.
in all of these episodes? So over the past couple of weeks, we've had different ones.
Yeah, absolutely. I wear a lot of Kite Baby.
mine?
I'm a big Kite Baby girl. They're just comfortable and they always have matching stuff with my kids. I love that.
Yeah, and she put me onto that for my kids.
Yeah, I love to match my babies, and that I love the quality of those.
Yes.
There's also a couple of like cute little boutiques. These are Ollie and Bell,
Yes.
and these are fabulous. I would absolutely
Oh my
10 out of
gosh,
10.
you
The
guys.
shorts on these are like longer than typical.
Yes.
like pajama shorts.
Yes.
I've talked about this, about my booty eating them up. These are great. These are fabulous. So if you're
Yes.
looking for longer shorts and longer shirts,
Yes.
and
So-
they're size inclusive.
Oh my gosh. So that was something that's huge for me is that when I'm going to pick a pajama, it has to be size inclusive, right?
Yeah.
I'm a plus size mom. My kids are extra tall. Like, you know, they just have to be, I'd like my husband to be in something. And so for them to go up to a 3X, 4XL is so huge because one, not everybody 3X and 4XL are these big old people. They're just tall or, you know, wide. We're big in different areas. And so the fact that this went up that big, I was like, Yes, ma'am. Go
Happy
ahead.
about it.
So this was, we told you, Ollie and Belle, and this is a local mama, and she came up with this company that we're wearing
Is
today.
she local to us?
She's local to us.
I'll be darned.
I'll be darned. And she just does it like out of her house. And
I didn't know that.
yeah, a few things about them. They are antimicrobial. Did I say that right?
How adorable is this?
Yeah.
You have information from
Yes.
them.
They're thermoregulating.
Yo, they reached out to send these to us.
Yes. So anyways, her whole thing is that she's always loved like bright colors. And I really like resonated with that because I think
Lisa
it's
Frank
super cute.
style.
Yes. So these are the cute pajamas we're wearing today. And we actually do have a code. If y'all want to use it, we're going to put it on the screen for you. And we're excited for y'all to check it out.
How wonderful.
And go check her out. We're also going to put it on our Instagram. But yeah, I just had to give her a little shout out because she's local.
Cute
She's a
little
mom.
small business.
Yeah, small business shout out. She's doing it on her own.
Yeah.
And they have matching pajamas for her whole family. So she sent all of our kids one that match these. So I really love that.
We do love a small business
really
shout
do.
out.
We do.
That is something that's special to me.
Yes.
Big businesses, and I've said this before, big businesses, when you do a shout out, sometimes they see it, sometimes they don't.
That's
You're
right.
lucky if you get a comment
Yep.
and you get excited because, oh, look, they saw it and they
Yep.
commented. And that's usually as far as it goes.
Yep.
Little businesses, you shout them out and like you'll get the most heartfelt message from
Yes.
them being like, I got 10 orders and it changed my life.
And it can change their
yeah,
lives.
it's really, really cool.
Yes.
It's very neat to
That's why I
see
was like,
that.
I was quick to say, yes, we'll wear these pajamas.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
Like I would wear these with or without the gift, but thank you for
Same.
the gift because these are wonderful and I'm super
Yes.
excited.
All right, so we both have a list of questions. Paige, you
Long
want to go ahead
list.
and go first?
Okay, yeah, let's pick something.
There's a
out
ton of them,
here.
you guys.
There's
So thank you so much.
Many. Ooh.
Yes.
Do you have any regrets about becoming a content creator?
No.
No.
Because I choose to share and be vulnerable so that people don't feel alone. I felt really alone as a new mom. I felt so alone.
Yeah, I agree.
Nobody looked like me. And so now here I am 4 years later and I see how much of an impact I've made on people, but I've seen how much people have impacted me.
Yeah.
Like my followers who have messaged me, friends I've met on social media, opportunities that I've had has been amazing
Yeah.
and life changing, and it's helped me mentally. And so I don't regret it at all. And there are hard moments and there are mean people.
Yeah.
And there are things that I don't agree with on the internet, but in my little corner, I feel really happy and
Yeah.
like so glad that I'm here on the internet.
Nice.
Do you regret anything?
I think if you would have asked me 2 months ago, I probably would have said yes because I was in such a low place and just felt just so attacked and vulnerable in the sense of like, what am I doing wrong? I'm just being myself. I'm just sharing my life as I always have, you know,
Yeah.
and I'm just a mom trying to survive just like the rest of us. So 2 months ago, I might have said a little bit.
Yeah.
Just because it does feel like you're very exposed, you know?
Yeah, it
feels
does.
like you're very vulnerable at all times, no matter what you share.
Yeah.
You're very vulnerable all the time. So there
Yes, I
is
agree.
that level of like, do I feel safe? You know? But
Right.
as far as sharing, no, I don't at all because I agree with you. I've found amazing friends,
Yes.
lifelong friends. I feel like me and you will go on till we're
Yeah.
old.
Yeah.
I feel like there's been opportunities. I've gotten a lot of really neat opportunities, as well as I was a new mom who had no one, and I've learned so much about motherhood, about who I am as a person,
Yes.
about
Yes.
you know, and that just goes with just being on TikTok as well, which some people will think
Yeah.
is silly, but
Oh, no,
I learned
learned
so much
so
from
much.
TikTok.
Yes.
Holy cow! There was parts of my washing machine I didn't know I needed to drain. There were
Literally.
things that like all sorts of stuff, especially during COVID,
Oh my
that
gosh.
I learned.
I
that
learned so many recipes.
Oh,
and
so many recipes,
so much-
different cultures and their
Yes.
food and their practices and what they
Yes.
do. So many cool things. I feel like it is just a worldwide
Yes.
dictionary
Yes.
almost of like what life is like around the world. And I
Yeah.
feel like also we're more in the know,
Yes.
which they do say is bad for us. I don't know if you knew this, but they say
we're hearing a lot more than we should be.
yes, that we are exposed to more negativity in 45 minutes than somebody would have been in their lifetime 100 years ago
It's insane.
because of how quickly world news travels now.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
so
I
that
agree.
I do agree with disconnecting.
Oh, yes.
Sometimes.
Oh, for sure.
And from like taking a break. So
Oh, I'll take days.
yes, yeah, you do.
People be
She
like,
takes
"Where
days.
are you okay?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm great."
I'm fine. I'm just kicked back chilling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a couple days ago, she like wasn't responding to my text messages.
Because I will uncheck with my phone completely.
Yeah, and I was like, "Hello."
She literally was like, "Are you okay?
I'm
gonna
gonna come to your house."
And I was like, No, I'm literally fine. Like,
like she doesn't do the whole 1 to 2 sentences or word text messages. So when you start getting short with me,
yeah.
I was like,
I'm like, ding, 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 ding.
yeah, that's only when she has a migraine or like she has anxiety. So I was like, I will pull up. Like, don't play with me. I'm that friend.
I'm fine.
Back to the original question. Do I regret it? No.
Also, something I don't think people realize is that we don't share barely anything. I mean, and I know on here we've been more vulnerable.
Yeah.
But I can be somewhere and I don't post it till like a few hours
2 days
later. I share on the surface. Like, y'all think I'm sharing a lot? No.
I think me and you know because we tell each other everything. So it's like there's so much more we could share.
I know.
But no, there's no need to.
Nope.
No, absolutely not. I agree.
Okay.
So okay, your turn.
We don't regret it, you guys. Okay. Goodness gracious. Oh, this is a cute little one. What was your wedding song?
I Am Yours by Andy Grammer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so mine is funny.
Gosh.
It's gonna sound like so like ridiculous to people, but it's really cute. So when me and Chris got together, One Direction was really big.
Oh my gosh.
And you know that song, Baby, you light up my world like
oh
nobody.
My gosh, how
we slowed
cute.
it down. And there was a band on YouTube called Boyce Avenue at the time, and they like redid songs really slow. And it's beautiful slow. So if you ever look it up, if you ever look it up, I think what it's called, You Light Up My Life. Yeah, by One Direction, but slowed down. And
that's adorable.
So sweet.
Did you do like traditional music whenever you walked out, or did you have a real song?
I did Etta James At Last. At last, yeah. And I got out of my dad's Cadillac. He had a really nice old 55 Cadillac. Yeah. I walked down the aisle.
We drove off in a Rolls Royce.
Oh, we're fancy. Girl. We're fancy. But I got married at a candy factory, which was really cool. A lot of people asked me that. Like literally in the factory, because that's where me and my husband met.
The Jelly Bean Factory.
The Jelly Belly Factory.
The Jelly Belly.
Yes.
They used to make Jelly Belly art for each other.
Huge. No. I didn't make none. Chris did. Chris made it all. Chris made a lot of the Jelly Belly art at Jelly Belly. And
isn't that how he proposed?
He proposed to me by making me a jelly bean art that said "Marry Me," and it was beautiful.
We're going to put a picture for the YouTubers.
I will. It was so beautiful. We're so young, but anyways, yeah. I walked down the aisle At Last, and it was beautiful. Did you?
Yeah, we. I'm a nerd.
Oh God!
Listen,
oh God.
If you want to know anything about me, I'm a nerd. I am a Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, Twilight, Hunger Games, Divergent type of girl. I would live in one of those realities so fast. So we walked down, or I walked down the aisle to 1,000 Years, but the version from Twilight.
Oh, but that's cute.
Yeah, because they walked down to that during Twilight. So that's what I did.
I love it.
I loved it so much. It was we had so much fun, and me and my sister did a dance at my reception. Because another thing I'm very into, it was actually my #1 album on my Spotify Wrapped this year, and it usually is, was "Take a Chance on Me" from Mamma Mia. If you change your mind.
Oh.
Yeah, so my sister like danced on the table, and it's kind of our thing. We used to watch it when she was little. So.
I love that.
Now we're talking about wedding music. It was just so much fun.
My wedding was so fun.
Oh, it was so much fun. We had pizza. We had a wood fire grill pizza come out. The Cane Rosso.
Yes.
They came out and served pizzas all night long, and it was just so much fun. Amanda, Ben's wife, was my photographer.
That's how we got Ben, guys.
Yeah, because I knew his wifey. Sorry.
And now he's never leaving.
Yeah, now he's never leaving. Sorry, you're stuck with us forever.
We were like broke for my wedding. We were 20. I was 22, and Chris was 24. So we did weekend. That's why we did Jelly Belly. They were great with giving us location.
So
and
cool.
It was beautiful. We had over 200 people there.
Did you have jelly beans? Like as
we had
an
a
appetizer?
full candy bar. A full candy bar that they got to take home, and that was a highlight.
Oh yeah, I bet.
It was a
Picking
highlight.
out their own candy bag.
Oh, for sure. Like you got to walk into the Jelly
cool.
Belly. You get to see all the candy there, and then you go upstairs to our party, and you get to take candy home.
Oh
it
yeah,
was
that's so amazing.
Awesome. It was.
I want to do that now.
I'm telling you.
Can we do another one?
A whole another wedding?
Why not?
If we go to Las Vegas,
we are going to Vegas.
which we're nominees for the Cheer Choice Awards. So,
that's so exciting.
I've never been nominated, you guys. So I was exciting. Okay, I don't know if it's silly, but I just thought it was cute. Okay?
It's so cool. I don't understand the hate around this. Okay,
I don't
I'm
think
gonna
people
just
understand that it is a benefit.
It's a charity.
Yes, a charity.
It's a charity
Thank you.
benefit completely and totally. You can buy
I didn't know
tickets
this, you guys, so.
for the live stream to watch this award show, right? And it's just like a CMAs or like whatever. And you could think it's cheesy because it's influence or whatever. The money money goes to families
Right.
that don't
And I
have
love
enough
that
money
so
to have
much.
like Christmas presents or
Yes.
food, or and this charity organization gives everything back.
Yes.
Like the other day they came and we did some
turkey drive,
volunteering,
right?
yes,
Yes.
at Minnie's food pantry, and then afterwards we went to Walmart and paid for people's groceries randomly. It's just so
I don't think a lot of
cool.
people know that. I did not
Yes.
know that when I seen the Cheer Choice Awards the last couple of years. I was like, oh, these influencers are just getting an event, a part of this award ceremony. But when I heard what's behind it, that's amazing.
It's so cool. And it's really like a huge theater camp.
Yeah.
And I'm nerdy. I loved theater, y'all. I was a big theater girly. When you go to this, if you're interested at all, people who are just followers can also go. You don't have to be a creator. You can be just one of our friends and just go and buy tickets to the pool party and everything where there's a ton of creators. But everybody has their phone out, which might seem corny to some, but like to us as a creator, you get it. Like everybody's dancing. Everybody's having fun. Everybody's doing their own thing. And it's really, really neat and very fun to do with people who don't mind when you pull out your camera.
Well, that and like, I just think it's really fun because here are these people like creating this amazing content that I love to watch.
Oh, yeah.
I have favorite creators, and it's just so cool to see that and see them like, a lot of people who have won have been so influential and people that I've loved. So I think it's cool. Other people might think it's kind of corny, but I think it's so fun. So yeah, if you want to vote for us.
Yeah, we are both down to. I won 2 years ago.
She did.
And I was in shock. I didn't think I was going to win, and it was really,
What was
really
the category?
neat. Home and garden.
Home and garden.
This year, I'm nominated in.
We're against each other.
We are against each other, but that's okay.
I'm in a third category though.
You are, and I think you're gonna win that third category. In my heart, she's already won that
too
third
many
category.
amazing
Okay,
people. Because I'm
you
not even
are
going to be disappointed if
inspirational
I
to me.
don't even, because there are so many amazing people
There
that
are.
I'm like, I can understand they beat me for sure. Who
In
am
my
I? I'm
heart,
nobody.
She's the winner for us.
Oh,
It's what is it?
That's
The most motivational and inspirational from 500K to like 2 million.
yeah.
2.5 million. Yeah. So, and then we both were nominated in
Positive parenting,
Family Excellence,
family excellence.
and so was Jay. So was our
was
friend
Jay.
Jay. Yeah.
Well, a lot of our friends are. So vote for who
Super
you
cool.
love. Don't
Yeah,
gotta vote for us
please.
if you don't want to, but go vote, please, just for somebody. 'Cause
Watch,
it's really
we
fun.
didn't even make it through the prelims, and
know, we
we're gonna
told them.
announce.
That's okay.
We don't even know if we've made it through
No,
prelim
we
voting
don't.
right now. But if we do, thank you. That's so cool. It's super exciting. And yeah, I don't even know what
We've
our
been going
original
on a
question
tangent
was.
on everything.
We went from wedding songs to Cheer Choice. Oh, because we were going to Vegas. P.S.
Oh yes, I'll get remarried there.
Yes. Oh my God, we should.
I told
by
Chris that.
Elvis.
Yeah, I told Chris I wanted to.
Cyndi.
Yeah, because it's our 10 year right now. So it would be our 10-year anniversary. I know. I want to. I told him that already.
We're going to
I
Vegas.
know. He has a cheetah suit.
Shut
A cheetah suit. I'm like,
We're
we
going.
have to get married. in
We're
that.
going. We're going. That sounds like far too
So
much fun.
fun.
Far too much fun.
All right, let's put another question.
Oh my goodness. Okay, let me think here.
There's a lot of them.
Okay, this one is, I believe, for me.
Okay.
It says, are you still going on Bunny's podcast?
Oh.
Yes, eventually. I have a child that is attached to me right now. I'm a nursing mama, and it's very difficult for me to leave her for even this type of recording. And I'm local, so
Yes.
going to Tennessee, working out a schedule with her, who's also on tour with her husband and doing all sorts of things. We're very busy people, so eventually I do plan to. Yes, and I'm very
That will be
excited
so
about
fun.
it.
That would be
Yeah,
really
I
amazing.
love them.
Yes. Okay. Oh goodness, there's so many questions, and there's actually questions that I want to do a whole episode on. So
Right? Literally.
oh
I was
goodness.
thinking the same thing.
Yes.
My best friend, Taylor, she asked this question in every Q&A
Go ahead and ask it.
that I submit. In every single Q&A I've ever posted, my best friend Taylor's.
What'd she ask?
We just want to know y'all's opinion on this, too.
Okay.
Is cereal soup?
I'm gonna say no because it's cold, and soup is hot.
But pea soup can be cold.
Ew.
Ben's Googling it.
Do you think it is?
I don't freaking
Cereal
know.
soup?
Because, okay, here's my
I
thought.
also don't like crunchy soup.
Soup, even if it is cold, was cold pressed and cooked at least, right? Oh, here comes Ben.
What does Ben think?
I always like to refer to the definition of things. So, for the sake of this argument, a soup is a liquid dish typically made by boiling meat, fish, or vegetables
Boom.
in stock or water. I don't believe any boiling takes place in preparing a bowl of cereal.
It
Cereal's
doesn't.
cold.
So there you go, Taylor. That question has been answered, and you should not submit it again, right?
Yeah, Taylor.
She's going to every
we love
time.
You. We love you.
She's going to every single time.
Oh goodness. Okay.
Your turn.
Yes, my turn. What do you fear or look forward to with regarding having teenagers? So Paige is already.
No, I'm not getting into this. Everything.
So I don't have teenagers yet, but what I'm afraid of is, and this sounds silly right now because I have little ones, but I'm afraid of freedom, right? Like when they're ready to drive and leave, I'm terrified, and I still have a long time, but like I can't even imagine that. Like right now, I don't even like being away from my kids that long.
Yeah.
And they're gonna go do these things without me. I'm scared, and then I'm also scared about how they're going to make decisions, because you have to let them make their own decisions. And so I'm learning a lot from parents who are teenage moms and dads right now. And because I'm terrified, the stories that I hear are scary. So I'm scared.
Yeah.
So if you have advice, please help me. I'm scared.
I'm not going into detail on everything, but I will say it's not for the weak. It's not for the weak.
Is there something that you're afraid of for like Boston and Juliet? So you shared that Boston has autism.
Yeah.
And so is that something when he's a teenager you're afraid of?
You know, Dylan is also has on the spectrum. And so no, because I look at Dylan and think like he's gonna be totally fine.
Funny.
Like I don't have any worries with him.
Yes,
don't get me wrong.
That's
like
true.
there are certainly moments where he can become overstimulated, but he has the resources and tools.
Yeah,
we've made sure that he had those available to him to learn over the years. So I don't have any fears because of that.
I love that. Yeah.
No, I think that they're going to both thrive and live happy, normal lives.
And as he gets older, you're just going to keep guiding him through those things.
Right.
So,
I mean,
yeah.
don't get me wrong. There's always the fear of shitty people.
Yes.
And people being mean or looking at them like they're less or treating them differently. But it's not so much a fear, I guess, as it's like, you know, it's going to happen and you hate that it's part of the journey.
Right.
You know, you can't really be afraid of it because you know it's there.
Yeah.
So you just kind of have to face the beast head on with that.
Yeah.
For Juliet, everything. You know, they say like that your daughter is your karma. That's terrifying for me because I pray that she never puts herself into some of the positions that I put myself into, but I have to hope that I'm parenting differently.
Yeah.
And that I'm present and that I can hopefully teach. I say this, hopefully teach by talking. I don't like to hide things from my kids either. I tell them the things that I went through. I'm a human. I'm just because I'm a parent doesn't mean that I'm perfect, and I can't pretend to them that I never made a mistake.
Yeah.
You know, I have to tell them, you know, I've made mistakes and I've done some stupid shit, and you know, explain it to them in hopes that they'll learn from what I went through. But as someone who never learned without experience, I know that they will likely have to face their own heartbreak. They will likely have to face their own, you know, trials and tribulations. I just hope none of them are behind bars.
Yes.
You know, you pray that your children never end up in legal trouble.
Yes.
Or I hope that they never hurt anyone, including themselves.
Yeah.
You know, those are my fears, that they will make a mistake that causes somebody else pain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think what you said just now, something that like I'm really gonna do as when I become a teenage mom is just be, or actually mom in general, but be present. That was like the perfect word to say, because I think as if you're active and involved and present in your kids' lives, they're gonna be more you know, want to tell you things, more honest with you. You'll be able to more honest with them.
Oh,
so being present to me is going to be a huge thing. My parents were super present in my life, and so I feel like that helped a lot with.
Were you able to like trust them with like anything?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like, I was at a party, I come get me. Or
Did you go to parties in high school?
Girl,
did you?
All the time.
I never went to
It's
one.
so funny that people think that, like, when they look at me, they're like, I can't remember picture Cyndi.
They would probably think that I was the partier.
Oh no, I was partying it up. Once, like, I was getting picked up, I was gone. My brother was at home and I was gone, and my parents knew that I was going to be fine. And if something went wrong, I was calling them. My parents let me have a New Year's party at my house my senior year, and it went wild. Like, the cops came and everything, but they were upstairs. They were upstairs at the party, making sure that nothing happened, because I asked them, "Can I have this big old party?"
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
so they were upstairs, you know.
We are those parents now. I am that parent now, but I never went to a party, never even snuck out, never did any of those.
I never stuck out. But
far too afraid to do any of that. My dad was really strict, so I didn't do any of those things. I didn't. I think that's why I had a wilder phase whenever I, was older and I was able to do things, which honestly was probably more harmful to me because then I was of legal age to do dumb things.
Yeah.
So
I
wish that I would have just
every day.
snuck out at 17, egged somebody's house or something.
Oh
but,
gosh.
Yes. You live and you learn.
All righty.
How did we meet, Cyndi?
I shoot my shot and slid in her DMs on TikTok. I really did. Actually, I even tried Instagram because she wouldn't answer me because she was so cool. I'm just kidding. This was back when like Paige was at 200,000. I think I was at like 170. And
Yeah, I was
remember
going to say it was
this was a long time ago.
almost 3 years ago.
We were baby creators. And I was like, wait a minute, she's right by me. And I thought, I'm going to reach out to her because this was a time when like people were meeting friends on the internet. And I was like, I want a friend, but then I didn't want a lot of friends because I don't trust nobody. And so she knows. And so I just shoot my shot. And then I helped her with the star.
Yeah, we did a smile giveaway.
Yeah, for a star. And I helped with that. I raised a little bit of money and helped her buy some things for star. And that was really fun. And then ever since then, we just kind of like gradually text here and there. We would meet up. And for a while, we weren't sharing that we were with each other because I don't really shoot with people. Like, that's not my...
That we're really, even to this day, we're very bad about doing content when we're together.
Yeah. We've been together 3 times this week.
Yeah, nobody would know.
You were in one of my videos, though.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. We try to add in little things, but it's hard when you're in the moment with your kids and everything.
Oh, yeah. And usually when I'm with her, we are with our kids and our families. Yeah. And so, like, we're parenting. Yeah. But anyways, that's how we met. I DM'd her.
On the TikTok.
And then she couldn't get rid of me. And I was like, Paige, come on. Come be my friend.
As I said, I had to hunt her down this week. I couldn't get rid of her.
So it was like a really natural friendship.
Yeah, I think so too. It was just very easy. I think what you guys see here is how we are like all the time. It doesn't feel like there's cameras, honestly. No. It's just like
we jump subjects like this even together.
All the time. Our voice memos all over the place.
All over the place. All
over the place.
Oh, goodness.
What you got? Give me one.
Okay, so this one is for me. How do you handle the heartbreak that comes with fostering and kids leaving?
Because I could never.
It is hard, and I get that a lot. People are like, I could never do that. And you don't know until you go through it. I can tell you that. But if you do know you couldn't let go of kids, then it ain't for you. But yeah, really.
Abandonment issues? Attachment issues?
I know,
maybe not.
I know. You know what it is that I've had a lot of kids with trauma, and I see that they get removed from their parents and they don't choose that life. That was not what they wanted. Yeah. And so I feel like I'm a great person to help pick up those pieces. Now that I've done it a lot, I'm very understanding of that. And so it is hard. And now when kids leave, you guys, it's heartbreaking. Now for me, I like to just open right back up and pull another kid in, because it breaks my heart. But
you did go through a harder one, and you closed off for a little bit right before Fox, right?
Yeah. So we had the girls for 18 months, and that was really rough. Like, it was a lot of back and forth things. Like, that was really rough. And so I decided to not necessarily close our home, but we took a pause for like the summertime because I just needed time to heal. Because although I know the decision was best, it's heartbreaking to see girls who love us.
Yeah.
And so there's just two sides. They were with us for 18 months. That's most of their lives.
Yeah. And then, it was for them.
Yeah. And so it's just hard. And so a lot of times it's taking time for ourselves, getting back to our little family and talking it out with people and my husband. Therapy is a great thing for some people. I would love to look into it more. I haven't found the right person yet, but therapy is great. And really, like, taking trips helps me a lot. So I'll go to
just get up in the car and
we'll
leave.
Just dip on out of here. But yeah, a lot of self-care, a lot of at-home time with my family. And yeah, it's pretty hard though. It is.
You handle it very differently though than I think that somebody would imagine. I think people think like you feel all this love for your own children, right? And then you think about like a co-parenting relationship, like, oh, you have to send them back. It doesn't feel like that, I don't think. I think it's a very different feeling. So you're right. You probably really don't know what it's like until you go through it.
No, and I can't really explain it unless you've been through it because it's heartbreaking, but you're also like, oh, like, this is so great.
This is right.
This is so great. Like, so it's hard for me to explain, but I take a lot of time for myself and my thoughts and
As you should.
Yes.
As you should. Somebody asked me, how did me and Mark meet? I think me and Mark met the same way that Chris and Cyndi met.
Yes.
So we can 2 birds with 1 stone on this one.
Yep.
We met at work.
Same.
We met at work. Mark is a dentist, for those that do not know. I graduated from college in 2016 with an associate's in applied science and a dental assisting degree, or license, I should say. I went to work for a doctor for about 1.5 years, maybe, and then transferred. I got a position as a lead assistant, and so transferred and started doing that. And then I was so then I met Mark because he was transferred as the dentist. And for 1 month, I was the lead assistant and he was a dentist, but we were on separate sides. So where I worked, there was dentures on one side and then there was a surgical area on the other.
Okay.
Mark was obviously in the surgical area and I was on the denture side. And so we worked together, but not the way that some people would imagine a dentist and assistant.
Okay.
Some people imagine a dentist and assistant working hand in hand, like
Yeah.
constantly together, like that's their sidekick type
Yeah.
situation. This was not like that.
Okay.
I ran the denture side completely, and then would only have a doctor in the case of appointments with a patient. Like
Okay.
they would come over for like a 5-minute
Yes.
pull, but
Yeah.
not for. I'm not handing him tools. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yes.
Not assisting in that sense.
Yes.
So for 1 month, I was the lead assistant and he was the doctor. And then they promoted me. And in that month, we were privately kind of getting to know each other. And then they promoted me to manager and I was his direct boss because in the corporation that I worked in, the manager of the dental office was in charge of all of the staff and the
Right.
dentists were considered
Right.
staff members. So it was an intense dynamic all of a sudden. I was his boss and we were also private for a year. We did not tell anybody that we were
nobody knew?
together.
Nobody
we wanted
knew.
it to be secret. Nope. Secret.
So this is where we're very
lovers.
similar because I also was dating my manager, though. Chris was my manager. At the time I gave
At the Jelly
yeah,
Belly.
I gave tours. Here I was, this young, like 22-year-old, like in college, and I gave tours of the Jelly
Would
Belly.
hate
I
to
could
go on a tour.
literally, yeah, I loved it. And you guys, I had like this talk show voice. I would go for it. Anyways, and we do a big tour. And so Chris was my manager, and I had a friend who had a friend, and I had a friend, he had a friend, and they was dating. And so we were being wingmen.
Oh.
Yeah, we were wingmen. And then like they would be like off, right? And we'd be, stuck here.
Well, we're stuck
And
together.
at the time, Chris didn't want to
with
cross
this
no lines because he
amazing
was
chemistry.
my manager, literally. And we had like the most amazing chemistry. We
Always.
bonded. We bonded over sports because I love baseball. We bonded over all
Yep.
types of things. And then it just took to another level, and nobody knew either, except for like the friend of ours.
Right.
And I'm talking nobody knew. There was a lot of employees, and there was this main big boss, and he would always joke like, "Cyndi, who you dating?" And I would be like, "Oh, this guy named Jason." That was his code name, and it was Chris. And so one day, this is like a funny side story. Chris has a hickey on his neck.
Oh no.
And so they're like, he comes up to like the area with all of us tour guys, and they're like, "Yo, Chris has a hickey on his neck." They're like whispering. I'm like, "Oh my God." And it was me. And then we got caught. Somebody caught us up, and we both got called to HR. And it was so funny because although they were mad, they were
Wait.
really exciting.
Wait, what do you mean you got caught?
We got caught. Somebody seen us somewhere, heard.
In the utility closet?
No,
Or-
not caught like that. Like,
Oh,
so we would
I
go
thought
across
this
the
was about to
street
get
and we would
juicy.
no juice there. We would go across the street and make like these gift baskets, and I would talk openly to like this other friend of mine about it. And we think some girl, like an older lady who worked in there, heard me. And so they took us to HR. They would never tell us who it was, but we know it wasn't our friends. Yeah. And so they call us to HR, and they're like pissed, right? But then they're like, "But we're so happy for you guys."
Were they really
Chris is
upset?
always. They had to be. They're HR.
Oh, they didn't care.
No. And so they brought us there, and they're like, "We're so happy for you. Like, Chris is such a good guy, and you're so fun." And then that day, they're like, "Well, but you can't be his employee." So they just moved me departments, and I still worked there with him.
Well,
I just got
weird.
moved, and yeah, we were together since then. And
That's awesome.
Then we got married 6 months later.
Did not care at all. Did not
Jeez.
care even a little bit. I was pregnant with Boston when we finally were like, so here's what it is. And
She was pregnant
I was
already.
pregnant. I was like, well, we got to tell her now.
No turning back.
Yeah, you will. Buckle up, buddy.
Yes.
No, so they didn't care, but then we found out like 3 weeks later they had sold the company. So I think it was like the perfect time for us to be like, oh, this is what's going on. They were like, we genuinely don't care. We've got so much going on.
I love
we don't
that.
care.
Yeah,
So,
nobody else cared.
worked out.
Like all the employees were like, "Oh my God, I love this."
Yeah.
They were so happy.
Yeah, everybody else was pretty
Yes.
happy for us and said that, we belong together. I've always wondered what happens when a breastfed baby comes into foster care. Do they have to be switched to formula?
Yes, they do. I personally have not had that experience. All of mine have either come straight from the hospital or they were not on a bottle. I'm sorry, they were not on a breast, they were on a bottle. They will come into care on a bottle or straight from the hospital. But I've had friends who have had breastfed babies and they do have to switch them. You can sometimes get approval to get breast milk, but No,
Oh,
you
yeah,
gotta
yeah, like
switch to
from
a
the
bottle.
hospital.
Another traumatic thing, but a lot of foster parents will be equipped with like so many bottles to try to,
Right.
you know, but it's hard. The first couple days are hard, but yeah, they do have to be switched to formula. Now, sometimes if the mom is having visits, they will encourage like keep
She'll pump
breastfeeding.
and-
Yes, send milk if you have it every
Yeah.
week. Like keep pumping every day and send the milk with you. And that's highly, highly encouraged to keep that bond and make sure that baby's still getting her milk. But it is hard because usually you only get one visit a week, and so it's hard. So as long as they can keep pumping.
Very nice.
Good question though. Good question.
What you got?
All right, what do I got? Would you let your kids get tattoos?
Yeah,
Yeah, same with me.
it's their body.
Yeah, I got my first one at 18. My dad took me.
I got my. Oh my god, this is gonna spark a story.
Oh, God. Look, you see, this is why our questions take so long.
I got my first tattoos at 17 in an apartment
Oh.
on a man's bed.
This just made me laugh because I have a stick and poke right here on my wrist.
Oh, I did
It's
this.
a star.
My star. Excuse
Star?
me.
Can you see it?
I'm sorry. What?
Look it.
Do you see mine?
I do.
Is
Oh
this
my
scar-
God, we both.
On your left one
Yes.
too.
What
We
is
both
happening?
have stars that
And
are
this
scars.
was at 16. I have a stick and
Yeah,
poke. that
this
some-
was like sophomore year in
some boy
history
gave me.
class.
Oopsie.
I had it with my friends Cambria and Shelby. Shout out Cambria and Shelby. We have matching star scars.
Yes, we're going to let them.
Yep.
They're going to make a good decision, though. Make sure it's a good one. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do I care? Oh, but back
Yeah.
to the whole, I was 17. My mom texted me. My best friend at the time told
Okay.
on me. I have 2 birds on my hips. They're not cute, but they're there.
They're not cute.
And my mom texted me on her way home from work, and she said, "Do tattoos hurt?" Because obviously I was hiding it. It was $20.
Yeah. Oh, she asked you?
I was and I was like, I don't know. Do they? She was like, "You've got 15 minutes to find out." Okay. So
Oh
they
my
came home and I got in
God.
trouble, and my dad called the police because he was that kind of dad. So that man got in trouble because he tattooed a minor in his home.
I bet.
Yep.
Oh, goodness.
So fun
Okay, I'm
times.
switching to our podcast
Oh
questions.
yeah.
You guys, we have time for a couple more, and then
We're gonna have to do another one
We
of these
have to
Q
do
and
another one.
because we have so many questions
So
that we didn't
many.
even get to y'all.
yes. So, okay, this one's for both of us. What do you guys look for in a quality of friends? Now that I'm older, that's changed a lot.
It's changed so much for me now that I'm older, and whenever I became a mom.
Yes.
Big time whenever I became a mom, because I don't care to have a friend that like wants to go out
No.
and like wants to do all the things that like I used
Mm-hmm.
to. Now I just want somebody like sometimes to just sit alone with.
Yeah.
Like I don't
get
want to
that.
entertain. Like if we come over, like sometimes I just want to sit on the couch and stare at my phone
Yeah.
and not do anything and just be in the presence of like a friend. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And then there's sometimes where like it's hard to make friends, I think, whenever you have your family members around too,
Okay.
because some friends don't have families and kids,
Yeah.
and they don't fit into like what you're doing with
Yeah.
your kids and family.
Yeah.
And they're not interested. That's the difference.
Oh, for
Because
sure.
I do have
for
friends
sure.
that don't have kids
Yes.
that are perfect around my kids,
Yes.
and everything's fine,
Absolutely.
and you can't tell any difference. And then there's some friends that like, ew, I don't want to go to the park, or do
Yeah.
you have to bring the
Yeah.
kids,
Yeah.
or there's some people like that. That's just not something I would. So for me, it would be somebody that's supportive of me and my motherhood journey right now.
Yeah.
Somebody that I can talk to, and I don't look for perfect people because they
No.
don't exist. I want somebody that like, if I offend you or upset you, you can come to me and
Absolutely. We are
say,
too grown.
"Hey, yeah, like,
We're
hey,
being
this
hurt."
really upset my feelings, and you probably didn't intend it to,
Yes.
but I want you to not do that again," type situation, you
Yeah,
know. And
yeah.
I think that if you're teachable and capable of respecting
For
that,
sure.
then I'll still be your friend. It's the people who just like blatantly are like, or just cut you off
Yeah.
out of nowhere
Oh, I
and
know,
don't
that's
talk at
hard.
all.
Yeah.
Those aren't the people
Yeah.
worth fighting for.
No, I think I've looked for and looking for still are people who want to be around family. So like my kids, your kids. If you're gonna invite us to dinner and be like, your kids can't come, I can't come unless we're doing like a mom's night out. I'm down for it, a parents' night out. But like what I'm really looking for is family friends, meaning all of us can come, and you don't care if my kid's throwing a tantrum. You don't care.
Yeah, don't look at me sideways.
Exactly. You want to support that. And then I'm also, looking for someone that I can vent to and feel safe with. And also somebody who's not a high maintenance friend.
Yeah.
Sometimes I check out for 2 days. Sometimes my kids I got to be there, fully.
They're
and they're
your
not mad
priority.
if I don't answer them back.
Yeah.
I mean, I like when they come looking for me. That
I will.
makes me feel wanted, but
will.
also can't get mad that I have to take take this moment for myself and my kids. I need that flexibility in a friend.
Yeah.
To not be that needy, like needy enough to want me to be your friend, but not needy enough to understand that like my kids, I'm busy. I'm sorry.
Right. There's a huge difference in, hey, are you all right? You're not responding, and I'm worried about you mentally, versus
making it about you.
Why aren't you responding to me? Like, I'm just trying to be nice and have a conversation, and like you're not really feeling like my friend anymore because you don't respond.
Yes, because that's not what it is at all. And I don't have ill intentions ever.
Right.
So I need someone who understands that. Right. And we've kind of found that in each other, which is really nice.
Yeah, and I think that there are people who do need more out of a friend.
For sure.
And there are people who are willing to be that much of a friend to you.
Yes.
I'm just not in that phase of life.
No, I'm a low maintenance friend to all of my friends. If you're close to me, you know that like we don't got to talk for a month, and I'll still call you up like, hey girl, you coming over for the barbecue? Yep. Like that's just how I am.
Right. So. We are picking up where we left off.
That's right.
Nothing's changed. I'm just busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. Oh, wow. I didn't expect that one.
Wow.
Paige, did you ever struggle with drugs? Y'all want me to get deep. Y'all are begging me. This is for a different time.
Episode.
That's for a different time.
Leave them on a cliffhanger.
Dun, dun, dun.
People have asked about our dream guests on our podcast. We've had some amazing people, and I'm so excited to have all the people that we've had. Mama Tot was a big one, but there's a couple of big ones that we would have. Do you have a dream one?
Now, listen, I feel like there's tears to this.
Oh, no.
Because there's people that I'm mutuals with.
That's true. That I would love
to have on, that we've talked to, that we're like, the second we get the opportunity to have you out, we have to. Yeah. Like Mama Cookie.
Yeah. I would love to know who you guys would like.
Yeah, me too.
Or if you are a creator mom and you would like to, let us know.
Heck yeah.
Let's know.
Yeah, reach out.
We're in Texas, though, so you'd have to.
Dallas. We're close to the airport. So, but. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're broke.
We broke. We're paying for all this by ourselves. So we're in the hole a little bit, but we're coming out.
We're coming out of it. Oh, but a dream, I don't know.
Dream guest for me. Oh, man. Who is a mom that I would just be like?
Yeah, who would you do?
Drew Barrymore.
Oh.
I would cry. I would literally lose, like, I don't fangirl like that. I would shit myself. I would lose my life. Like, I would just be like passed out over here, dead. She is everything to me.
Oh.
Inspiring, kind, funny, witty, beautiful, everything. I should have said her as my girl crush. I regret not saying Drew Barrymore.
You love Drew Barrymore.
I do. She is my person. She's my idol.
I don't know if I have a dream one. I just want someone who wants to be on and share their real life and be, real to our followers, because I think that's all you guys are looking for.
Yeah.
I mean, Drew would be really cool, but
that's like,
that would be mind blowing.
That's never gonna happen.
Tiger, I'm just kidding.
That's never gonna happen. But that would be so freaking cool.
I have a lot of like creator moms that obviously I would want on.
I feel like I would want more creator moms on than anything. Cookie is definitely at the top of my list.
Cookie's on the top of my list.
Yeah.
Our girl Cookie, we love her. That's just one the name would drop. There's a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tag your favorite below. Yeah. You guys have already been tagging people, but I just feel like a lot of people have a story, and I'd love people to come on who have a story. I want some more foster parents to come on. So let me know who you want. All right. Do we want to have more?
Oh my gosh, this is just
our
last thing. It's not even a question, and this is just a funny just to get you guys excited.
Okay.
It says not a question, but a plus. Uh-oh. Have you guys considered having an episode with each of your husbands?
Absolutely. Actually, Chris wants to come sooner than when we're thinking.
Mark does too.
Yeah. Chris wants to be on season 2, like the beginning of season 2. He's like, can we get a spot?
Why not?
I know. Y'all would love
Give the people what they want. Mark would literally lose his mind out of excitement. These men.
Mark is so funny.
Mark, people think he's shy.
No, he is not.
He is not. No, he's not.
I walk in Paige's house and like, oh, Sydney's here. Let me get off the couch and come and talk to her for an hour.
Literally, and just
he's like, I got this idea. And I'm just like.
He is his own version.
We went golfing the other night, and he put his nickname as Slim Thick. I thought, Mark.
He's so serious. He's so serious
Literally.
Too. He wants to be a rapper a little bit. Well, that's what he says.
Slim Thick with a cute wife. And Chris is just so chill. Chris is like the chillest. So I'm like, we'll see.
Chris is very chill. Very, until you like really get to know him. If you get to like know him, he's funny.
Yeah.
But he is the quiet type that like sits in the back and drops like hilarious like one-liners.
Yeah.
and that you just don't expect. And Mark is just the one that like rambles the whole time and is funny, but
yeah. So Chris, it's the time and place. So like, if we're doing something that like involves me, like when let's say creators come into town, we do a thing. Chris is always just in the chilling in the background. He wants to make sure that I'm the center of attention and whatnot. But if we're out with just him, he's funny, but he's also just chill. I don't know. That's how I like to explain to him. Anyways, this is a long one. We still have so many more questions, you guys. We're going to have to do another one. You guys get us talking about all of the things.
We have so many things that we can answer. I feel like we
questions.
answered like 5 of the 300 questions we have.
We did a lot. We did 15 questions.
We did 15.
We're going to have to do another one.
Ben is counting
sooner than later. Ben. Thank you, Ben, for that. Thank you for counting.
What a producer. Snaps for Ben, everybody. Snaps for Ben.
I'm not a good snapper.
You're not? I can do it on both hands. Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys. I think we're done today, aren't we?
I think so.
Are we done?
That was good.
That was good. It's almost Christmas.
I loved your guys' questions. Thank you so much. It is almost Christmas. It's almost Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Chrysler. Merry Crisis.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for listening and watching another episode.
Just another day with the girls.
Yes, it is. And as always, you guys, keep the giggles going.
And the love flowing.
And until next time.
Mom knows best.
Or at least she's trying her best.
Trying her best to get that outro.
I know. We've done this a long time.